we're pumping here. We've got that much going on. We're throbbing like a sock full of grasshoppers. We've got Jane Kerr to come up, Jack Sim about Halloween, and we've got Costas Georgiadis and Sam Ingemeyer from the Rockley and the Normanby telling us what's happening around this weekend. So let's cross down live to a library near you, and let's talk to Harold H. P. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Harold, it's lovely to have you on the program, and Paul Tully's listening to you, and he thinks you do wonderful work.
Oh, thank you very much, Danny. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Damo, and everyone. I'm just going to charge into this, Danny. I'm not going to even let you talk because there's a lot to cover here.
I want you to, because get into it, because I can't say the word cornetist.
Oh, that's right. It's about Ipswich's greatest cornetist, or cornetto, you might want to call him. But in the 1920s, William Tedford, he was commanding headlines with his mastery of the cornet. Now, Tedford was a member of the great Ipswich City Viceregal Band, and in the bass cornet solo section of the Queensland Band Championships, he was considered unbeatable. Now, brass bands were in their golden era, and Ipswich was winning trophies and attracting attention across the country. The president of the Ipswich City Viceregal Band was Joseph Berkeley, who would also be a chief marshal for a record 3 royal visits here.
Oh, jeez.
In the 1925 Queensland Championship cornet competition, won of course by Tedford, Arthur Ryan of Queensland's great Cornet Ryan family, a member of the Ipswich Railway Band, he was beaten into 4th place for an honourable mention.
Wow.
Now, Arthur's father was an Ipswich bandmaster and a famed cornetist, and his uncle was the Dolby bandmaster and publican until he was burnt to dust after his spirit storeroom exploded. Only his gold ring was found in the ashes the next morning. Now, the champion Tedford, he was descended from good bandsman stock. His father came from Northern Ireland and was prominent in Maryborough as a bandsman with the old town band, military band and city band, and was honoured by being named the father of bandsmen, which is quite an honour in the field.
Big deal those days.
Now, William Tedford and his brother Thomas, they served together in the First World War with the 31st Battalion, and both were in the battalion band. In 1916, they entered battle together in Australia's worst 24 hours at the Battle of Fromelles in France. Now, William was shot in the leg, and Thomas, sadly, he was never seen again.
Oh, gee.
Now, William Tedford, he returned to Ipswich and in 1927 claimed his record 7th. That's 7th successive Queensland Cornet Solo Championship.
Wow.
It was a record that he held alone for 22 years, and it took the greatest cornet player in the world to equal it.
Wow.
In the 1949 competition, Norman Henstridge, he was the conductor of the Toowoomba RSL Municipal Band.
Yes.
During the Second World War, he'd been a conductor of the AIF Band in Egypt and a POW of the Germans. Now, it was at the Ipswich Town Hall for the Queensland Band Championships that year that Henstridge claimed his 7th successive win with the soprano cornet to equal Tedford's record. Now, in the audience was Tedford himself, who that day was adjudicator in the drill contest. Now, it was bittersweet for Tedford listening to the maestro Henstridge. See, Henstridge's performance that day showed many artistic touches and yet again proved his superior ability as a soprano cornetist. As well as the 7 consecutive Queensland titles, Henstridge went on to win a number of Australian championships and was remarkably twice named Champion of Champions. And that's incredible honour in that field. He was regarded as one of the greatest soprano cornet soloists in the world. And it took him to beat Ipswich's greatest cornetist, Tedford. But of course, for our cornetist Tedford, there was tragedy to come. You see, in 1954, when Tedford was working as a railway fitter, he sued his nephew, Eric Fellingham, for the colossal sum of £3,000.
Wow.
which is up towards $400,000 today.
Holy snapping round your lats.
You see, Fellingham was a career aviator, having flown with the RAAF in the Second World War and won an air race in North Queensland. In Top Gun fashion, Fellingham was driving a sports car, but it stalled on a steep incline at Barden in Brisbane, and Fellingham asked his uncle for a push. Now, when Tedford tried to push, the car actually rolled backwards and crushed him against a fence. He suffered injuries to his hips, scalp, both legs, and in fact, he needed a bone graft in his hip.
Wow.
His leg was shortened by 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, that sounds like me.
He could only bend his knee halfway, and he walked with a limp. Now, Tedford was in hospital for 8 weeks and out of work for more than a year.
Wow.
But worse than that is that the injuries prevented Tedford from carrying out his duties as a bands judge, which he said required quite a bit of running about, as you can imagine. So the real tragedy for Ipswich's greatest cornetist was not the loss of his brother or the loss of his championships record, but that because of his nephew's sports car, William Tedford never judged a band's competition again.
Oh.
And he died just a decade later.
Oh, for God's sake. And just playing the little flute he did.
Yeah, well, it's a little sort of trumpet, but yeah, it was a tragedy for William Tedford, Ipswich's greatest cornetist, and he should not be forgotten.
Now, listen, mate. How do we make see what your story you've put up online? How do we do that?
Yeah, you can find history out there on all the socials, and you can also go to the website historyouthere.com.
Sunday Mail journalist Jane Keogh is going to talk to you about Ted Holliday, a legendary Courier Mail snapper. I've got Paul Tully sitting beside me, and he thinks you do some great stories. We appreciate it. Harold the H. Ark, P. Cock-a-doodle-doo. We're on West Bremer Radio. It's 20 past.